define the term feminist?
I think when I sit and think about the word feminist, I think of all of the women in the past that have done things, fought for rights, and basically to me it's allowing women to be women, allowing women to be equal, and allowing women to follow their dreams.
I define feminism as the idea that everyone should be treated equally.
I'm a woman, but I'm not overly emotional.
I'm a woman and I'm not naive.
I am a woman and I will not be defined by my size.
How do you think men and women are different on more than a biological level?
Women are often seen as having to be petite and not able to have muscles and have to have this beautiful body, and men are often seen as having to be masculine and play sports and not able to take care of kids.
I definitely think men and women are equal, except they are different. And I think they're different in how they process information, how they look at life, and of course not all men and women, but if we talk in generalities, I think men and women see the world differently and kind of have different strengths that they bring to any situation.
What are your views on how the media portrays women?
I think that the media totally takes feminism and twists it into something that it's not, and the media sexualizes women's bodies more than necessary.
I think it's changing, but I think over time, media definitely shapes how we look at women and what we think is beautiful and what we think is important when it comes to women. And I know that the images definitely impact our girls about how they think they should look, how they think they should act. I think it's getting better than it was probably in the 80s and 90s, but definitely when we see normal, pudgy, 40-year-old women, soccer moms on TV, then we'll be able to say that we've come a long way.
I'm a woman, but I don't have to be hairless just because society thinks so.
I'm a woman, but I'm not feminine.
I'm a woman, but I don't spend all my time in the kitchen.
I'm a woman, but I'm not angry all the time.
What celebrity women do you feel is making a big impact on exposing the media to feminism, and how?
I think a couple years ago, 10 years ago, I would say Oprah was big in that, with talking about things that most people didn't want to talk about in the, being a woman. I think now it's so polar because I think there are women like the Kardashians and people like that that are showing one aspect, or the housewives, and to me, they're probably making a huge impact. I don't know if it's positive, but I definitely think that's becoming normal, unfortunately. But I think anytime educators or politicians can have some kind of impact on TV, that would be great.
I really feel like Beyonce is doing a great job of teaching young girls, young boys, anyone about feminism the right way and how you can be you. I think she's doing a great job of that by spreading feminism as if it's something good, which it is, and instead of making it seem like it's something bad.
Before you were a feminist, how did you view society around you? Did you see anything wrong with it?
When I saw girls wearing clothing that exposed their bodies, I used to think they were sluts, and I used to think that girls only belonged in the kitchen and couldn't be in control, couldn't have muscles.
I think I was pretty lucky in the family that I grew up in, and we were able to talk about those things. I think my eyes were opened when I went to college, and I took lots of women's studies classes and lots of worked in domestic violence shelters and things like that, and I started to see that feminism was such a broad topic, and sometimes people fought within it. And I guess to me that was the only piece I felt like needed to be impacted or was wrong, was that women would judge each other because they weren't feminist enough or made the wrong choices about what they should do as a woman.
And I also play sports. I'm a woman and I'm a writer.
How has feminism changed your perspective now?
I think I was really idealistic growing up and in college and things like that, but now that I have a 12-year-old daughter, I really want her to be able to experience herself, her own journey, her own path, and I want to make sure that society honors that because she is a woman and because she's a human. So I really feel like it's kind of softened me to making sure that everyone has the right to their own journey.
Feminism has changed my views because I now see everyone as equal, everyone is beautiful, it's their body, their choice. If girls want to be one way, they can. If people want to break down these gender stereotypes, they totally can.
I'm a woman, but I'm also a tomboy.
I'm a woman and I don't hate men.
How has being a feminist benefited the people around you?
I think that since I became a feminist, I influenced a lot of my friends, maybe some of my peers that would listen to me. I think that I showed people the benefits of feminism and how great it can be and the positive impact which really benefited them.
I think it's given me a framework or a perspective to really work with young girls and women, and even boys probably, and men, to meet them where they are, kind of on their own path, on their own journey, and making sure that that is seen as important as well as honored.
I'm a woman and I can be emotional without being on my period.
I'm a woman, but I don't conform to society's beauty standards.
I'm a woman, but I'm educated. I'm a woman, but I'm also strong.
What are some common mistakes you see in people trying to be supportive of feminism, or how do you think people supporting feminism should or should not look like?
I think for a long time, people equated feminism with working and all of the things that men do, and I think sometimes we forget that to be a real feminist means that we fight for the right for women to make a choice. And so if they feel that they want to stay home with babies and take care of their families, that to me is just as important to women as working and getting equal pay and all of those things. It's really important that feminism equals women's choices rather than a box that we put women in.